Hello, my name's Nick, and if you're in your 40s or 50s or older and never even held a guitar, then snap. I started from scratch about 2 years ago. I'm not brilliant. All my learning I did off YouTube, so I want to try and convince you all that it is possible. Just takes a bit of time and perseverance, and never give up. I'm not going to overload your brain with too much information, so this first video is learning the most basic song with only using 2 chords. This is the way I learned, one step at a time. You can learn more chords as you progress, but to keep things simple, I'm naming the strings 1 to 6, with 1 being the thinnest at the bottom and 6 being the thickest at the top. And if you're not familiar with frets, it's simple. Fret 1 is between the 2 silver lines. So the fret 1 is between the first line and the second line, then fret 2 is there, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and onwards. It's a lot easier if your nails are cut short and you use the tips of your fingers. So when you hold down the strings, if your fingers are soft and quite tender, it will hurt for a few weeks, but when your fingertips harden, it will become a lot less painful. So let's begin with the first 2 chords. The first 2 chords you're going to learn are E major and A major, and the song is a well-known song by the Rolling Stones called Satisfaction. You rarely use your thumb when playing chords, so I'm naming the fingers 1 to 4, with 4 being the little finger, also known as pinky. Right, so let's learn how to play the 2 chords. The first chord is an E major. I'm not up with all the latest gizmos, so I'm going to have to just come closer to the camera, if you can see. Right, an E major is finger 1 on fret 1 on string 3, which looks like that. And then your second finger on fret 2 on string 4, and then your third finger on fret 2 on string 5. So it should look like that, and that is an E major. Right, then now let's look at the next chord, which is an A major, which is even easier. No fingers on the first fret, so you go to the second fret, finger 1 on string 4, finger 2 on the second fret on string 3, and then finger 3 on the second fret on string 2. It's a bit of a squash, it's all on the same fret, look, 3 fingers. Press down, and that is an A major. Right, so now you know the chords. It starts off on E major. To make things simple, I'm just going to do down strums. So it goes like this. So it starts off on E major. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. And a E, and a A, and a E, and a A. I can't E no. Now, as you progress, you might want to make your strumming a little bit better. So you'd be aiming for something like this. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. that's your lesson for today. If you practice that, I recommend picking your guitar up at least once a day and just practicing for half an hour a day, and you should notice a difference within a few months. See you next time. Bye.